Shorty Mona Lisa, I'ma play her like I'm violent. I feel like the island, we gon' take her to the island.
CC is back and delivered. Check this out. Caitlin Clark returned to Iowa for the Fever's preseason game, has an average ticket price of $670. That's the highest price on record for any WNBA game since 2015. So that's insane. I don't think y'all realize how crazy that is. Day in her return to Iowa, there's a lot that went into this, but in her return, she had 16 points. She shot 6 for 10, 4 for 6 from 3, 6 boards, 5 assists. No, that was crazy. Before I get to the highlights from it, that's what she said after the game. Oh, the players would take a pic with her too. Oh, who's that?
One word. Unreal.
Look what she was doing, bro. Madness right here.
Pull up three.
Anytime she hits a 3, I see why those players be getting pissed. It feels like the shot is talking shit back to you. It has a certain sound to it, and that shit, I know that gets them mad as fuck. I would be so mad if I had to defend that. This is where she broke the record, I believe, right? That's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all remember that TV show called Sports Science? I forgot the guy who used to do it. They gotta do one on her shot. That would be a wild episode. I think the players after the game also lined up to get a signature from her as well. That's something, bro. Getting that type of treatment your second year is crazy. He just dropped this. I'm play this, and I'll get to their post-game comments after.
The fans filed outside in droves, getting ready at Carver Hawkeye Arena, and watch parties all around Iowa City. Everybody wants to catch a glimpse of Iowa's favorite daughter, Caitlin Clark, returning home. Fans of all.
Nah, that's crazy.
Ready to celebrate a Hawkeye fever here in Iowa. Clark, pull up three. You bet.
Nah, she got Iowa lit.
Wow.
Posting comments for both Steph and Caitlin.
Yeah, I thought it was electric. You know, it's what you've seen, whether it's from the outside on television or being here broadcasting, but to actually feel the energy. I mean, it is a thing when you talk about having a six man, so to speak, crowd energy. It gives you a lift. It gives you a boost. It's why we all do what we do, like to feed into these kinds of environments. And so it was a lot of fun. You know, I think for the WNBA and the opportunities that we have to bring our game to areas where fans can engage. Like oftentimes it's difficult for fans in the summertime to get to a WNBA city. And we have great college basketball fan bases throughout the country that deserve an opportunity to witness these women doing what they do at the highest level. And so I love these kinds of environments and opportunities for our team, for our league, and of course to bring, you know, special talents back home.
The logo threes, I know this is an exhibition, but those logo threes beyond the logo threes for Caitlin seemed like prime examples of you and her teammates kind of letting Caitlin be Caitlin, so to speak. How do you balance that? And did it start like that, or did you kind of had to get off the reins a little bit, for lack of?
Did it start like that? You really think Stephanie White could tell her not to shoot a half-court shot?
I've been
Yeah, you saw she shook her head like, you dumb? It's Caitlin Clark.
For lack of a better term.
I've been watching her do it for 5 years, really. So that's just who she is. It's what she does. I mean, nobody tells Steph Curry not to take good shots, right?
Exactly.
But I do think that, you know, sometimes there are time and score situations. Sometimes there are, you know, we've just had 3 or 4 empty possessions. You know, so really understanding the right times, understanding the moments. She knew she was coming out of the game, so she was going to take that logo three. So it was, you know, it was a good momentum builder. And of course, what everybody wants to see from Caitlin, especially in this arena. I can't get that thing up there. First and foremost, that everybody was ready to go when their number was called. You know, that is so important in this league to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Now, there are, and especially with our team, we're going to have quality depth at every position. And there are going to be some games where these women deserve to play and they're not going to play. There's going to be some games where they're in and out of rotation and they have to stay ready because when their number is called, you know, they've got to be able to impact the game in a positive way. And so, number one, everybody was ready to go. Everybody impacted the game in a positive way. Number two, and this really carried over from our game yesterday against Washington. I thought our defense was really good. It wasn't perfect. Our coverages, our execution wasn't perfect, but our multiple levels of effort we are going to be a team that gets into people on the defensive end. We have quality depth, so we can play 94 feet. It is about working to minimize our miscommunications, minimize, our mistakes, but establishing our will and who we're going to be on that end of the floor. I felt like the ball flowed a lot better offensively. We got some high quality shots, some really good looks. Still, our spacing isn't great all the time. We still want to play in transition a little bit more. I mean, lots of areas for growth for us, for sure, but I felt like we got better today. Everybody's aware of where she is on the floor. It helps our spacing, her ability to move the ball, to make the right read and the right play. She can stretch the floor, but everybody's focused on her coverage, right? And oftentimes she's going to get 2 and 3 defenders that have their eyes on her, so it's going to open up things for everybody else. And so it was nice to have that on the floor, nice to have another ball handler on the floor. I don't think we moved her off the ball as much as I would have liked to today. But, again, just having her back out there and having her presence on the floor, her competitive spirit, and, of course, in this environment for the Iowa Hawkeye fans to be able to see her and for her to be able to enjoy another ride here in Carver Hawkeye Arena.
For the Makayla girl, I think out of the rookies, she's going to get the most minutes for sure. I actually could see her playing, like, some serious minutes.
The thing that impresses me the most about KK is just her poise. She doesn't get rushed. She stays patient. If she doesn't know what to do, she doesn't get antsy. And that's something you can't teach, and I'm really impressed with that. Her activity level is really good on the defensive end of the floor. And I think that when you look at her and you watch her in college, she really is just scratching the surface of her ability. She's played in different types of systems, and she was late to the game. So her upside is incredible. But her poise to me right now is the most impressive thing.
Just pushing the pace and just keep going, not settling for who we were playing with. We're just getting ready to play, those bigger opponents and to win a championship. So we just had our mind focused on what we wanted to do and just keep the pace and not worry about the score. I just look to the vets, they give me a lot of great wisdom and knowledge, and just to be myself, being under control and having that composure and knowing I'm a great player, and, just having that confidence in myself and believing in myself, that's how I'm able to stay poised out on the court. Just keeping the spacing on the floor, if I don't know what I'm doing, just be in the right spacing so other people can, open up the things that we're looking for on offense. Many people just love her in this city. She made her mark here, and it's just incredible to see all the fans and how much she's just put into working, and then the impact she's had on this city is just amazing to see.
Let's see Cece's comments.
Oh, shocked me. I mean, I didn't know what the percentage breakdown of Fever gear and Iowa gear would be, but it felt pretty equal. But I just didn't know what to expect, so that was fun to see. And honestly, I didn't plan to shoot that logo 3. I know coming into the game, everybody wanted me to shoot one from there. But Steph was like, was supposed to come out at the end of the third, so she's like, give a foul, give a foul, give a foul. And then it was 30 seconds on the clock, which, between 30 to 33, that's your 2-for-1 range where you have to get one up. So I saw 30 as we're inbounding the ball, which probably is inbounding the ball at 30, probably a little low. But I was like, why not? Might as well launch one, and it went in, and then Steph used the timeout to get me out. But, yeah, that was pretty fun. And like I said, you don't always somebody's in trouble. You don't always realize how far back you are. So yeah, I had to give the fans a little something. I told you I was going to pregame, so I think it's hard to put into words what exactly it means to me. It's almost overwhelming to a point. I'm just very, very thankful to be able to come back to a place that continues to support me and see old friends that are having a great time getting to watch me do my thing, that don't play basketball anymore, that are just my friends, and spending time with them, even though it was just dinner last night, it's just fun to come back here and kind of feel like you're in college again in a way, but also it was a little weird going in the locker room, but I don't know, something about this gym just makes me play well, and these shoes, I don't know, so there's something about it, but I just a lot of gratitude and just thankful I can share it with my family too. A lot of them were here, my grandparents were here, and they don't get to come to many either, and these are the moments that you never take for granted, and you kind of just want to stay in for forever. So I'm certain I will be looking back at a lot of pictures and videos from today. It's been so fun, putting this group together. Obviously, once we get into the real heat of battle, that's where, those relationships are really going to show of how we stick together, and, there's be highs, there's be lows, but so far, it's just been amazing. I think we have a great balance of young people that have been in the league 5 years, people that have been in the league, 10 plus years, and having that balance, I think, is really going to help us. And especially our vets, DB and Sid and Tosh. I think DB especially, like having won and been around a lot of really good players, and she uses her voice a lot, but everybody really listens to her. So yeah, I think it's the perfect combo of people, and everybody's just really selfless, and like you see that out there. Like nobody really cares. You miss a shot, you get back on defense, and it's the same. What was your second question? I felt good. It was fun to get out there. I haven't played basketball in over like 200 days, so I was a little, nervous going into it. I don't get nervous, but nervous just because, I haven't been able to play basketball in a really long time. And the competitive spirit in me, like, you just want to play really good for these fans. And so once I really got out there and kind of got in the flow of it, made that first shot, which I don't know why there wasn't a foul, but I'm glad I still made it. Once you get into the flow of it, you knock some rust off, and it'll be the same when we go to Atlanta next week. Just continue to build, and hopefully by, game one, you're ready to go. And so, yeah, it's a competitive group. Everybody wants to earn playing time. Like, we have a deep roster, and you want that competitive spirit within your team, but at the same time, I think we have a great balance of supporting one another. But when we get on the court, like, we're battling, like, we're fighting, and I think Bree January does a really good job of, like, emphasizing defense, and it starts on that end of the floor. And even getting on me to pick up full court, I'm like, man, I'm not used to this. I don't do that, but I'll get better at it. But I think there's just like a tenacity and a competitive spirit. Like, we're still competing with each other to earn time and earn minutes, and some people earn spots. So I think there's that, but also at the same time, like I've said, you want your teammates to do really good, and I think there is that about this team, and you can feel that love too. Honestly, like, I was really excited to just get out there and play, and especially getting to do it for the first time this season in front of these fans was really cool for myself. And like, just seeing the amount of people and young girls and young boys that stand there and like scream for me to sign their stuff, like, I don't take that for granted. Like, that's so cool. Like, I would be lying to you if I thought that was like just like normal and everybody gets to do that. Like, they don't. So I'm glad I can be a role model for them, and they have a great impact on me too, and that's why you do it. Even at the end of the day, say I scored 0 points, I'm sure they still would have been there screaming my name and wanting an autograph, and I think that just really kind of puts into perspective the impact. And there's a lot more bigger things in life than basketball. 36 feet is far. I don't know if I usually go back there. I mean, I like, if you watch my pregame warm up, like, I shoot far back. I think when I dribble into it, that's when I get my momentum. When my momentum is going forward, it really helps me. It's a little harder when I'm coming this way and then shooting back the other way. So that's my favorite, just shooting off the dribble, especially in transition, coming down the court. Now, I don't know if I shoot 36-footers every single day, but probably 30 plus for sure. But yeah, I think that it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. But yeah. Oh, passing. I thought my passing was good. I think just still working off of, this is really my first time playing in live competitive action within Steph's system. So I think working with our 4s and 5s more, just getting comfortable in the pick and roll or getting comfortable in certain skip passes. But yeah, I thought my passing was good. I was trying to look ahead in transition, and I just tell everybody run, run, run. So I think the vets are getting a little bit used to that too. I know they're getting tired out there, but I think that'll keep going as our chemistry builds. I packed 3 pairs. I didn't know which ones I was going to go with. All had a little bit of yellow in them. But these are my Bruce Lee Kobe's that have worn literally every big game of my career at Iowa. So I was like, I have to break them out. So I didn't pick any of my PEs today. You could probably get these or find them, probably buy them on the secondary market, but they're kind of hard to come by. But I mean, there was no other option. I had to choose these, and yeah, they're kind of like my magic shoes, honestly. I mean, I think it just makes it grow more and more and more. I think being on ESPN really helps. And like just getting to interact with the Brazilian national team even after the game too, like just how thankful they are for, not only what I've done, but my teammates have done, what the WNBA has done to grow the game of basketball and provide them opportunities like this. Like, I was talking to a couple of them, like, I was like, this is the most fans you've ever played in front of? They're like, yeah. Yeah, so I think, it just provides more opportunities for all people. And, I hope there's more and more games like this back at college campuses. I think, I would love to come back here. I don't know if it'll be next year, but within the next few years. And, I think it just continues to grow the game, and that's the end goal at the end of the day. So
great game all around. Looking forward to year 2. They looked like a completely different team today compared to yesterday, and yeah, looking forward to seeing them. Hopefully she's 100% by the season opener. But yeah, I keep y'all posted with everything, of course. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. As always, it's your boy.